So guys, I came outside to start my daily routine as per usual. Check on the animal and just water the plant since we're not getting enough rain. I try to water in the mornings, but something just hit me this morning and it's just sad. All my plants are just droopy and hanging low. Everything look like they're about to die or something. So I just got the garden hose and started wetting them down, but I know it's not the heat because these plants, I've been watering them like every other day. I've been watering this garden in the morning because we're not getting a lot of rain. But then something hit me. Yesterday evening, my neighbor was spraying the fence line over on this side. So about 6 o'clock yesterday evening, he was spraying this fence line because on his side, he normally sprays it maybe once or twice a year. On my side, I just cut it whenever I'm doing my backyard maintenance. I can't stop him from spraying his side of the yard. Last year, I just mentioned to him that just be more careful when you're spraying because it's blowing across and it's affecting my garden. And yesterday it was a very windy day. We were expecting some rain in the evening. It didn't come, but we had a lot of wind and it looked like whilst he was spraying, everything just blew across. These are my sweet potatoes. Look at them. Just wet them down. I'm hoping they'll bounce back. I'm not sure what chemical he used to spray his side of the fence, but I'm just hoping these things can bounce back. So even over on this side, the wind was blowing so heavy yesterday or so hard that when I came out at about 7:20 thereabout to put the chickens up, I could have smelled that something wasn't right around here. But I wasn't sure what was happening. But then when I went inside, my side camera went off and I saw him spraying, but I didn't think anything of it because he's spraying his side of the fence and I don't think it's malicious. It's just that he was spraying and the wind blew everything on our side. It's a part of life and a little struggle come with the garden some of the times. So no need to panic. Yes, I'm disappointed, very, very disappointed, but what can we do about it? We just have to go again and just redo this thing if worst case scenario should happen. If they bounce back, I'll just cut back especially the amaranth and allow them to regrow again so we'll have new growth. Other than that, I really don't know what to do right now. I haven't sit back and give it any thought as yet. Just came out, saw it, start wetting down the plants, and then I said, let me just record this. I'm not a person that jumps for the camera for every little thing, but with a garden that I'm sharing with you guys on the internet, when something like this happens, I have to share it with you guys. So this is the following morning, guys, and I'm back in the garden and I'm really not pleased with what's happening in the garden. Most of the plants, they're just turning over, or the leaves, they're turning upside down. I'm going to take you guys closer and show you some of the leaves. Most obvious leaves are the okra leaves. They're just turning all the way back. So maybe I'm going to have to get rid of these plants out of the garden totally. For the peppers don't look so bad. A few of the peppers are still standing tall, even though they're curling back a bit. But I'm not sure what's happening right now. For the garden area, most of it, even though it's looking quite green, maybe it's looking very green on camera, but most of it is going to die back. I know this. This is what I'm sure of. The moment you see the leaves start turning over, that's when you know that these plants have no coming back. And for especially okras, you can't prune okras back like to the trunk area. You cannot cut it back and have it growing again without having a lot of disease issues. So I'm gonna have to maybe go in, put in a few more okra seeds or something like that. But these were very young plants. I did a video like maybe 3 days ago and you guys saw the garden and know that these are very young plants coming up, and some of this would have pushed me back into my fall months, but such is life, guys. I know if I should get in my vehicle and drive from here to maybe Miami, I'll pass maybe 3 or 4 accidents on the road, and people are in worse position than I am right now. So with this, I can always go in and replant and bounce back. Some things that people are in right now, it's really hard to bounce back. Yes, they might have life, but it's hard to bounce back. With this, it's a quite simple one to bounce back from. Yes, I'm disappointed about the situation, but other than being disappointed, I have to look at it from a positive point of view, that if I didn't have this, I couldn't have lost it. So the good thing is I have a garden, and to lose the plants in it, good thing is, again, I still have a garden to start over back in. So I'm going to look at it that way, and I'm going to be removing a few more of these plants. Well, I'm going to be removing almost all of these plants except the pepper plants, which I'm going to allow. I'm going to harvest the peppers from them, throw away those peppers, and if those plants bounce back, then the next set of fruits that I'll be getting, I can harvest those for consumption. But other than that, I'm just gonna go through now, and I'm just gonna walk you guys through, because I don't really know where to start right now. I'm gonna walk you guys through and just show you guys the damage that has been done. So look at this plant right here. This is my cowhorn okra, and the leaves are all turned back. So everything is turning down. I'm not sure how well it's showing or it's picking up on camera, but just look at it. Everything is downward. So this plant most likely is gonna die. I've never experienced this before, but in my opinion, I think it's best to just go ahead, get rid of these plants and start over right away, than holding on to these plants, having them in the garden, waiting another 2 or 3 weeks, then everything die back or don't produce, and then I'll just waste an entire season. So I'm just going for a quick recovery, and I'm just going to get rid of these plants. The corns, guys, some of the corns are looking good still. We even have corn itself right here. So for my African viewers, we have maize right here, and I'm still on the fence if I'm going to get rid of these plants. The peppers, they didn't do so bad, but I can still see a few leaves on the top curling back, which I'm not going to get rid of the peppers. I'm going to harvest these fruit, get rid of them, and allow the plants to continue bearing. Everything has turned over, but I'm not too worried about the sweet potatoes, because these are root crop. I think they will bounce back. So the leaves may fall off, they may go brown, but the root area will start growing again. So I'll get regrowth from these, and these should be good. So sweet potatoes, I'm not worried about the root crops like sweet potatoes. These are very sturdy. Something funny that I want to show you guys is that these amaranth on this side, they just start breaking back by themselves. The top part is basically gone. Maybe I could have left this to get more shoots from it, but I think I'm just going to do away with everything right here. It didn't affect the peppers so bad, but look at the okras. Everything is all wilted, and it's not like the plants are burnt or anything like that. The leaves are just curled back, so it wasn't a direct hit, but the wind blew it across. That little mist that came across got to the plants, and that was what really caused the damage in this garden. I have a melon that I have covered up here. I was covering that melon from the sun, so that's good. The melon plants, it didn't affect the melon plants. I don't see any form of wilting or leaf falling back on my watermelon plants. So the watermelons are still here hanging and looking like they will make it. So for the watermelon, the beans, nothing like that. I think I'm going to take down this watermelon, because this is the one that I think I was showing in a video the other day that got split by overwatering. And with all of this that is happening now, the funny thing, yesterday we got 4 inches of rain. So just as this spray thing happened and my garden got destroyed, now is when we start getting the rain. Some would call it bad luck, but I'm just gonna call it life. It's just a part of life, and things do happen, and everything happened for a reason. As my grandfather would say, everything happened for a reason. Whether it's good or bad, it does happen for a reason. So I'm just gonna take it slow, go through this weekend, and just cut out whatever is to be gone and just start all over again. It's just a part of gardening. So if something should happen like this with you in your garden, don't go throwing a tantrum at your neighbor, because most of the time they're not aware. They're not knowledgeable on certain things, and if you know, you know, and if you don't know, you just don't know. So it's just a part of life. Next thing that I've noticed is that it affected the softer plants. So under here, I have an amaranth that was growing. This is a volunteer amaranth. I'm under the pergola area, but we have a shade cloth under here. So nothing under here was affected, nothing at all. This one amaranth right here underneath the shade cloth has been affected. So it's like just the softer plants. The peppers in the garden, they are totally fine. But for the amaranths, the okras, anything that's soft, my best bet right now is to start over with mostly okras in these bags, because today is like the 9th of June, 10th of June. So I'm going to start over with okras in these bags, and then now I can get out most of those for my fall planting come late September, mid-September, late September, even early October. These corns are feeling it, and they have just tilt over, and I'm not going to be feeding these rabbits anymore because I'm not sure what this chemical will do to them. So I'm going to be getting rid of everything. These won't be going back into my garden, they won't be going back into the compost. I'm just going to cut them out and put them out for the garbage truck on Tuesday. So that's really going to be it for these plants. So I'm going through, and with all of this that I'm doing, something just came to mind. And that is, with all the wealth and health that you may have in life, things can happen. Anything can happen within the blink of an eye. So we just have to be careful on how we approach life. And this is not a life teaching channel, this is just a gardening channel, but this just goes to show. One day it was a beautiful garden. I wasn't expecting this, and look what's happening now. Everything is all gone, died back. I have basically nothing in this garden now other than these peppers that I'm going to be saving. Such is life. So we just have to be careful on how we live our lives. And this is the 3rd morning we're out here in the garden, and this is what it's looking like right now. So let me just give you guys an overview, and then I can just go in detail with a few things. So this is everything. I've kicked back, took out all the plants that were burnt and the ones that I didn't trust, and this is what we have left. Coming back over and starting here in the grow bags, now I have some Scotch bonnet seeds and okras back in these bags. The okras, they're going to take about maybe 60 to 65 days again to be ready from seed to start harvesting. So it's going to take a little time. And for the Scotch bonnet peppers, These hot peppers normally take about 90 days. So 60 days for them to have enough limbs on them and start flowering, and maybe another 30 days for them to have fruit on them that will be ready to be harvested. So 3 months these Scotch bonnet peppers normally take. Over in the ingrown area, all these plants that you guys are looking at, they're all bell peppers and jalapeno peppers. Most of them, a few Scotch bonnet peppers are inside here. The watermelons, they are still going along. We have been harvesting a lot of watermelons. I'll show you a slice of one in a few. But for here, it's just the peppers in these beds. The beans have died back. The okras have died back. Everything that you guys see me cleaning out of the garden earlier, the amaranth, everything, they're all gone now out of the garden, and this is just a fresh start. So within another 2 months, I'll be harvesting again. It takes a bit of patience, but sometimes that's what is needed in the garden. So these setbacks, they will happen, but don't let them stop you. The things that were affected mostly in the garden were the amaranth, the corn, and the okras. Those were the things that were affected really badly by that spray that blew over. Other than that, everything else have bounced back, and I'm just going to leave them in the garden. Makes no sense. I take out a set of plants that will produce some. So here we have the ginger, and these gingers are looking quite well. I'm not going to be messing around with them. So I didn't have any pepper seeds in storage, so I just came onto these plants, took the fully ripe peppers and just sprinkled the seeds in these bags. They will grow because those seeds are mature seed. If your pepper is looking like this green one here, the seeds most time won't be ready. They can be, or they could be mature within the pod, but most time they won't be ready. So go for the peppers that are looking like this, have a full bright color. If it's a pepper that changes color, if it's a green pepper, once the pepper is full and you know that pepper won't change color, then you can go for those seeds. Or the fruit has to be fully mature most of the time for those seeds inside to be mature. So most time a young fruit is going to have a young seed in it which won't germinate. So here's a slice of one of those sugar baby melons that we have around the south side of the house. They really turned out well this season. I'm going to be saving seeds from these melon and I'll be planting them next season. Maybe I'll try some melon for the fall months also. But that's going to be it from CountryMarro. God bless you all. See you in the next one. Happy gardening, and remember, just don't give up on your garden. Cheers.